To evade the police chase, he didn't hesitate to sink into the ice water, not daring to make a sound. Soon, a mechanical spider sent by the police crawled in through the door crack. Since Tom played dead, the spider found no heat source in the room. But just as it was about to leave, Tom's lung capacity reached its limit. He couldn't hold back and released a bubble. Just that tiny bit of sound was picked up by the spider. Then it returned and called in a large number of companions. Following the sound's location, they climbed onto the bathtub and used electric shocks to force Tom out of the water. Facing the high-voltage shocks from these dozens of spiders, Tom had no way to escape. To stay alive, Tom had to cooperate with them and voluntarily remove the gauze from his eyes. The spiders then scanned his eyeballs and transmitted his identity information back to the police station. But after comparison, the police found that Tom wasn't the wanted criminal, so they withdrew with the spiders. It turned out that an hour earlier, Tom had undergone eye replacement surgery, which allowed him to successfully fool the police. However, just yesterday, Tom had been a police officer who had arrested countless criminals, but not because he had outstanding investigative abilities. It was all thanks to these 3 women lying in nutrient fluid. They could foresee the future and were called precogs. The police department specifically established a pre-crime division for this. Officers used the precogs' abilities to reduce the city's crime rate to 0. Each time a murder was predicted, the precogs would transmit the crime information through connectors on their heads to these 2 wooden balls. The balls were inscribed with the names of the suspect and victim, respectively. The entire crime process was transmitted to the large screen. Based on this information, Tom analyzed the exact crime location, then rushed to the scene and successfully arrested the suspect before they committed the crime. But this practice also drew public criticism, because some suspects only had criminal tendencies but hadn't yet completed the murder, yet they were thrown into prison. To stabilize public sentiment, the Justice Department sent an agent to investigate the pre-crime division. The agent said that if suspects changed their minds before committing the crime, shouldn't they be spared from arrest? Facing this question, Tom didn't respond directly. Instead, he tossed a wooden ball onto the desk. The agent instinctively caught it. So suspects are like this wooden ball. Once it starts rolling, if you don't catch it, it will inevitably fall to the ground. Once suspects have criminal intent, if police don't stop them, it will inevitably lead to bad results. But the agent remained relentless. Next, he questioned the authenticity of the prediction results and said he wanted to enter the sealed room to get close to the precogs. Tom directly refused him because apart from the staff caring for the precogs, only high-ranking police officials had this privilege. The agent didn't waste words with him and pulled out a Justice Department search warrant. With this document, not just the police station, even the White House was within his investigative authority. Left with no choice, Tom had to cooperate. As director of the pre-crime division, Tom easily opened the sealed room door. The agent finally got to see the 3 precogs as he wished. 2 of them were twins, and the other was named Agatha. She had the strongest precognitive ability. Actually, the agent greatly admired their abilities too, but the entire system was operated by people, so he felt that as long as it was man-made, there would inevitably be uncertainty. This statement caused a ripple in Tom's mind. After the agent left, Agatha in the pool suddenly opened her eyes. Tom crouched down to check on her condition. Unexpectedly, Agatha suddenly sat up and grabbed him tightly. From Agatha's expression, it seemed like she was asking for help, but after a while, she voluntarily returned to the water. After leaving the sealed room, Tom found the large screen had suddenly lit up. Clearly, the precogs had started working again. After piecing together all the crime footage, he discovered this was a shooting case. The victim was an old man. Outside the window was a witness wearing sunglasses. But when he saw what the killer looked like, Tom was shocked. The person firing the gun was himself.